Ang 106.3 Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan. Ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
For something big.
Alright, here we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWDR-FM. Facts and information. Today's learning for you normal. With capable teachers whose heart and soul are divine. Delivered knowledge inside your home through 106.3 Dance Radio. Fully dedicated to serve the public in tribute to education, reproduce of radio-based instruction. We are pleased to deliver the utmost aim of education. Only here on 106.3 DWDR-FM.
Research is seeing what everybody else has seen and thinking what nobody else has thought, according to Albert St. George. Good day, grade 10 learners. I'm teacher Dennis. With me is teacher Rosabel Brillo to give us the introduction. Ma'am Rosa?
Hello, our dear Donyans. Good afternoon and a blessed Thursday to everyone. Today is another amazing day, another opportunity, and another chance for each and everyone to learn something new. To our officer in charge, the Chief Education Supervisor of SDO Isabela, Dr. Rodrigo V. Pascua, good afternoon. An amazing afternoon also to our head teachers, especially to Ma'am Ofelia Ezra Lutin of the English Learning Area, and also to all the teachers and staff of Doña Aurora National High School. To the parents, dear students, and to all our avid listeners and viewers here and abroad, most especially to the grade 9 learners, a pleasant afternoon to all of you. To my Acacia, Almasiga, and Gemelina learners, hello mga anak. I hope you are ready to intermingle with us. And with me are the other grade 10 English teachers, Teacher Jennifer, Teacher Dennis, and Teacher Raquel.
Good afternoon sa ating lahat. An amazing afternoon, dear viewers, via Dance FB live stream. And of course, special mention to my classes, grade 10 Banaba and grade 10 Mulave. Ma'am Raquel?
Yes, I am teacher Raquel saying hi, hello, and how are you, our grade 10 learners, especially to my grade 10 classes, Tindalo, Tangile, and Nara. Enjoy the first week of this quarter.
Yes, and I would like to also to greet all the grade 10 learners out there here and abroad. Also to Cyprian, Brid, Andre Mamaspag, Risa Urbano, King Marinol, and to all of you guys who are watching us right now. Thank you very much and keep on watching.
Thank you so much, teachers. We are now on the first week of our RBI lesson for the last quarter. Last quarter na to. The title of our module this week is Language of Research.
We'll just wait for the...
We do research in our daily lives. We study, we investigate, and examine things. In this lesson, you will be engaged in activities that will develop your knowledge on the basic terms and parts of a research. For today's lesson, you are expected to attain the most essential learning competency, and that is to distinguish technical terms used in research. And to achieve the following objectives, you are expected to recognize the basic parts of research and give the importance of conducting a research.
Thank you, Ma'am Rosabel. And for those who are following us via Facebook live stream, Don't forget to comment in our chat box hashtag lesson accomplished in grade 10 English. And may we also encourage those who are with us today to please share this FB live stream so many learners and listeners will learn something new from our discussion today. So please click share. Okay, thank you for sharing.
Yes, and before we proceed to the discussion of today's lesson, let's see if you really understood your previous lesson about writing a critic. What you need to do is to choose the letter of the correct answer. Winners will receive 20 peso worth of load. Are you ready, guys? Just scan your answer in our chat box, okay? Ayan, ready na po ba tayo? Pakita na. Ayan. Number 1, ha? Just scan your answer, just only the letter. Which is true about a critic? Is it A, it is an in-depth evaluation of a certain text? B, it is a careful understanding of a text that will increase your understanding of a text? C, it can improve your understanding by looking at the ways other work? Or D, all of the above? Let's see. Okay.
Key in only the letter of your answer,
Yung
dear
bang mauna, ma'am?
learners.
Yung bang mauna siya or what? Okay. So, meron tayo dito na nauna sa akin I see Precious Fatima Asuncion Rumbawa of 10 Mendeleev. Ang sagot niya, letter D. Letter C.
Is it D?
Okay!
Okay.
Isang galing, Very good. Very good. Precious Fatima Asuncion Rumbawa. Sino pong susulat, ma'am? Ma'am Raquel. Okay.
Please.
Precious Fatima Asuncion, 10 Mendeleev. Okay, let's have number 2. Give the correct steps in writing a critic. Number 1. Evaluate the author's purpose. 2. Write the introduction. 3. Write the conclusion. 4. Read and analyze the story to be evaluated. Or 5. Evaluate the plot of the story. Is it A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? B, 4, 2, 1, 5, 3? C, 2, 4, 1, 3, 5? Or D, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1? Answer? Key in your answer now.
Yes.
20 pesos worth of load. Now we have number 2, Adrian Balanza. Yeah, 10 Einstein. Answer niya B.
Si John Paul Siming.
Is it B?
Siminig.
Okay. The answer is B.
Yeah.
Mostly
Dali mo, ha?
answered B.
Yes.
Okay, but we just give the prize to the first one who sent it correctly.
Yes, Adrian Balanza of 10 Einstein. Now let's proceed to number 3. Yeah, we have number 3. How does critical thinking help you in writing a critic? Is it A, it enables you to use it to make your own arguments? B, it helps you make judgment and interpretation of the ideas and arguments? Or C, it helps you criticize a masterpiece? Or D, A and B? Answer?
Okay,
Tudududududud.
number 3.
Ayan, may sabagutan pa tayo. Meron actually, may sabagutan una sa akin dito.
Si
I see,
Antonio Peruel.
ah,
It's in my phone nauna dito si Antonia Peruel, letter D. Ken Camagong. We also
Is
have
it D?
Andrea Micaela Sugitan, letter D also. And also we have Cyprian Brins Mamaspas, also letter D. Shall we reveal the correct answer?
And it is letter
Yes,
D.
mostly answered correctly.
Yeah,
Sir Yen, sino po nauna?
Congratulations. Ang nauna po dito sa akin based on my phone is
Bakit
itong
ganon?
si Antonia Pruel,
Antonio sa'yo.
then Camagong. Yes, kasi kung sino ang nauna sa phone mo, yun ang mauna, di ba ma'am?
Oo. Sa akin kasi iba
Alright.
Sige na.
Sige, kung sino
Pagbigyan natin sa
nagbasa.
kanya. Okay na.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Alright, congratulations to all our winners, and for those hindi po masyadong pinalad, anyway, we still have so much time para manalo pa mamaya. So stay tuned with us, okay? Your answers showed your learners that you really understood our previous lesson. But this time, get your learning activity sheets or your modules and your writing materials, because here now is your RBI lesson for first week for the 4th quarter. Stay with us. Enjoy listening.
Dance Radio.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta't magtulong-tulong, sulong edukalidad. Dance Radio, learning is amazing.
Language,
Grammar and Literature,
a program that will develop your vocabulary.
Comprehension, Critical and Analytical Skills.
This is the English Learning Area. Only here on 106.3, the WDRFM Dance Radio.
For learning is amazing.
Good morning, our dear listeners, especially the grade 10 learners of Doña Aurora National High School. This is your school on the air, and it's English time. We are happy to be with you today, dear learners. You can tune in every day in our station, 106.3 FM Dance Radio. I am your host for today, Teacher Dennis Mendoza. With me is Teacher Michael John M. Tumulap, our technical specialist. Today, we are going to discuss language of research.
Wow!
How are you doing? It's nice to hear that you are good. We have reached this moment where we have only 1 quarter left to finish for school year 2020-2021. Sending you our words of praise for that achievement. Good job! Well, I hope you are full of enthusiasm for today's lesson. Let's begin with our lesson for today. Let me introduce to you your radio teacher, Teacher Jennifer Velasco.
Good day, dear listeners, especially to our dear grade 10 learners who are listening right now. Welcome to another fun and exciting episode on English Time. I am Teacher Jennifer Velasco, your radio teacher and companion for a better way to understand of today's lesson. But before we start, let's have some review about our past lesson. Have you already made a research in the past?
Ma'am, I remember we had some researches last time to get evidences to support our claim for our argumentative essay.
I can also remember that. And you already made a thesis statement for your argumentative essay. You probably made a careful or diligent research to collect evidences to support your claim. What do we mean by thesis statement again?
Ma'am, a thesis statement is usually at the end of an introductory paragraph. The sentences that precede the sentence will introduce it, and the sentences that follow will support and explain it. Just as topic sentence introduces and organizes a paragraph, a thesis statement helps readers recognize what is to follow.
Exactly! But today, we will learn that research is simply the process of discovering new information, and it has basic parts. I repeat, research is simply the process of discovering new information, and it has basic parts. I know we are all excited. Here are the learning objectives for today's lesson. You are expected to, first, identify the different terms used in research, which is our most essential learning competency. Second, to appreciate the importance of being familiar with the technical terms used in research. And the last, to develop a thesis statement based on the given topics. My dear learners, our lesson is very essential because we will learn the essential elements of writing a research paper and take careful notes of its part. For our first learning activity, let's listen to the story titled A Beautiful Solution. I want you to listen very carefully, then answer what will be asked later on. I will just give you 2 easy questions, so no worries. The story goes like this.
A beautiful solution. A father was engrossed in his work while his little daughter constantly distracted him in an attempt for him to make him play with her. To keep her busy, the man tore into pieces a page of printed map from a magazine and asked her to go to her room and put them together to make the map again. The daughter was very young, and he was pretty sure that she would take hours to get it done. The father was surprised when he saw his little one coming out of the room with a smile and the perfect map within a few minutes. The stunned man asked his daughter how she could solve the puzzle quickly.
Daddy, there is a woman's face on the other side of the paper, so I made the face perfect. I got the map right,
replied the young girl.
Alright, you have just listened to it. How did you find the very short story?
Ma'am, it is very inspiring. We can't underestimate a little child.
That's true. What is the problem in the story?
Ma'am, the problem is how could a little child put the torn picture of a world map together, which when she only knows basic things in the world.
Absolutely! Well, was she able to put them together?
Yes, Mom. She even solved it quickly.
Very good listener! How did she solve it so quickly?
Ma'am, she saw a woman's face on the other side of the paper. She made it perfect, so she got the map right.
That's incredible! You are right! This story teaches us that there is always the other side to whatever you experience in this world. Whenever we come across a challenge or a puzzling situation, look at the other side. You will be surprised to see the different approaches to tackle the problem, right?
Yes, ma'am. And every problem has a solution.
What a powerful message! The greatest weapon that we can always use is our brain. Now, get ready to sharpen our weapon, which is our brain, so we can fight against our ignorance, particularly in the field of research. Coming up next, we will discuss more about research and its parts. We have more interesting things ahead, so hang on. Do you encounter problems in accomplishing the different activities in your modules or learning activity sheets?
Worry no more, because your teachers are always ready to guide and assist you. You can send your questions or clarifications in 2 easy ways. 1. Call or text. And 2. Private message. So easy, right? Remember, at Doña Aurora National High School, we make amazing things possible.
This reminder is brought to you by Doña Aurora National High School and this station.
Hello, I'm back! Remember, the title of your learning activity sheets is Language Research. Make sure you have your notebook and pen with you to take down notes. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started! Just like in the story a while back, it has a problem and solution. Problem and solution are just a few of the common words you will encounter in doing your research work. The problem is the very reason why we conduct research. But how do we solve a problem through research? This is the moment that you gather your data or perhaps do some experiment to help you analyze the problem until you come up with a solution. Research provides us with the information and knowledge needed for the problem solving and making decisions. You can surely relate to our topic. If you have not made a research before, you can definitely learn the basics of research in today's topic. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Turn your learning activity sheets on page 1. You will see the background information of what research is. The term research is made of two words, re, which means again, and search, which means to find. Or in other words, research is a repeated process of finding the truth and of validating the existing truth. Can you repeat?
Ma'am, research is a repeated process of finding the truth and of validating the existing truth.
Yes, exactly. It is the adult form of the science fair projects back in your elementary school, where you try and learn something by performing an experiment. This is best accomplished by turning the issue into a question with the intent of the research to answer the question. To begin researching something, you must have a problem, concern, or issue that has turned into a question. For sure, you are going to make research paper in the future.
Alright!
What is a research paper?
Ma'am, a research paper is an expanded essay that presents your own interpretation or evaluation or argument.
That's correct. And to be able to do it, you have to be familiarized with the technical terms used in research. How many technical terms are used in research?
Ma'am, there are 11 of them.
Correct! In writing a research paper, it is very important for you to take careful note of its parts. Can you give one?
Ma'am, the title page, oftentimes referred to as cover page. This section is where you indicate the title of your research, your name, institutional information, and a few other relevant information.
Yes, the title page of a book, thesis, or other written work is the page at or near the front which displays its title, subtitle, author, publisher, and edition. Every book you read has a title page, and I'm pretty sure you are all aware of it. Another is the introduction. What does introduction provide?
Ma'am, it introduces the problem by providing a brief background of your research.
Awesome! It presents background information, scope, and focus of the research paper. It states the objectives of the study or a statement of the problem and significance of the study. Most research begin with a thesis statement at the end of an introductory paragraph. Even if it is not a requirement, it's a good idea to write a thesis statement as you begin to organize your research. Let's proceed to the next part of a research. What is it?
Ma'am, the literature review. This section is where you will be providing all the relevant readings from previous works, and it provides brief summaries or descriptions of the works of other authors.
That's perfect! Make sure that your research material are taken from credible sources like books, encyclopedias, and other academic books or journals. Also, make sure that your reading materials are relevant to the topic of your research paper. The literature review typically includes the name of the authors, the titles of their works, and the year of the publication of these works.
Ma'am, can I also use those taken from the internet?
Yes, the common source of reliable, credible information you will find on the internet is through scholarly journals and databases.
Wow!
These academic, peer-reviewed collections provide you with extensive reports, case studies, articles, and research studies to help bolster your research process. How about now the conceptual framework?
Ma'am, conceptual framework is a set of coherent ideas or concepts organized in a manner that makes them easy to communicate to others.
Right, it also offers a logical structure of connected concepts that helps provide a picture or visual display of how ideas in a study relate to one another within the theoretical framework. Now get ready to define other terms in research. Who can give the next term used in research that we should know?
Ma'am, methodology is where you will be providing the methods that you will be using in your research.
Very good! For the research methods, let's remember OZ. O stands for observation, S stands for surveys, I stands for interviews, and E for experiments. You are going to use these procedures for collecting and analyzing data. Data are units of information, often numeric, that are collected through observation. When you have already gathered your data, the next step is analyzing data. What can you say about analysis of data?
Ma'am, it is where you will be analyzing the data that you have obtained from the method that you have chosen.
Very well said. Now let's have the results, findings, or presentation of data. Here, you will be presenting the actual results of the analysis that you have made based on your chosen methodology like OC, observation, survey, interview, and experiment. Let's now have discussion or the implication of data analysis. This is the section where you need to present the importance of your study and how it will be able to contribute to the field. Again, this is also the section where you need to present the importance of your study and how it will be able to contribute to the field. After the data analysis, what comes next?
Ma'am, provide conclusion to your research paper. Restate your general thesis in this section and include a brief restatement of the other parts of the research paper, such as the methodology, data analysis, and results.
Brilliant! Other parts are the reference page or the bibliography and appendices. I know these are not new to you. In reference page, you will list down all the academic materials you have used as sources of information in your research paper. It provides the information necessary for a reader to locate and retrieve any source you cite in the body of the paper. Appendices is the last few pages that support your analysis, validates your conclusion, or pursues a related point. Can you give examples of information that could be included in an appendix?
Ma'am, figures, tables, charts, or graphs of results, statistics, questionnaires, transcripts of interviews, pictures, maps, drawings, letters, and etc.
Excellent! To summarize the lesson, who can enumerate the different terms used in research?
Ma'am, the basic parts of a research are title page, introduction, review of related literature, conceptual framework, methodology, analysis of data, presentation of data, discussion of data, conclusion, reference page, and the appendices.
Very well said. What else have you learned today?
Mom, I have learned that research is simply made up of two words. Re, which means again, and search, which means to find.
That's nice. What else can you share?
Ma'am, I have learned that we conduct research because there is a problem that needs a solution.
You are awesome! Congratulations, students! You are able to identify the different terms, appreciate research, and share your learnings in today's lesson. That ends the discussion of our lesson today. I think we have covered everything that we needed to discuss. Stay tuned and we will be right back.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. I have just finished accomplishing the task found in my module. How can I send you my outputs for checking and feedbacking?
Oh, that's a nice question. There are actually 3 ways for a student like you to submit your outputs. 1. It could be via online. That is, if you are capable to connect online. You can just upload your outputs in your Google Classroom, or you can take pictures and send them through your group chat or messenger account.
Ma'am, how about if we do not have internet connection?
If you do not have internet connection, you can submit your accomplished tasks in 2 ways. 1. You can ask your parents to submit your outputs in the designated drop-off center. 2. You can save your outputs if you have available flash drive, CD, or DVD at home, and submit it in the designated drop-off center in your respective barangay.
Wow! It's nice to know that there are varied ways on how we can submit our accomplished task.
Always remember, for submission of outputs, you can do it via online, offline, or physical submission. Because at Dance, we make amazing things possible.
I'm back! Before we proceed to the developing of your thesis statement, let's remember the importance of learning the technical terms used in research. These are the tools that will equip and prepare you to start your journey in research that will lead you to discoveries and eventually be the instrument in finding greater solutions to existing mysteries and problems surrounding humanity. You are now on the final test. Again, a thesis statement is one sentence that expresses the main idea of a research paper or essay. Now, between these 2 statements, which is a thesis statement? Is it letter A, students' perception on the modular learning modality, or letter B, educate people at work or on campus about global poverty? I repeat, is it letter A, students' perception on the modular learning modality, or B, educate people at work or on campus about global poverty?
Ma'am, letter A, students' perception on the modular learning modality.
Well done! You were able to identify the thesis statement correctly. Let's proceed with activity 2 and let's see how good are you in giving a thesis statement on topic given in your learning activity sheets. You may do so after this broadcast. Now let's proceed to activity 3. You will identify the basic parts of the research paper. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
What do we call this part of a research where your background information, scope, and focus of the research paper are presented?
Ma'am, it is the introduction.
That's great! How about this? This section provides a review of what others have written or researched on concerning the topic.
Ma'am, the answer is literature review.
That's fantastic! Remember, you have to finish answering this activity after the broadcast. Dear learners, don't forget to finish and answer correctly the reflection, weekly validating questions, summative tests, and all other requirements. Once again, congratulations! That ends our session this morning. I had such a nice time spent with you. Let us always remember what Vincenzo Casano said. Ignorance is not a sin, but refusal to learn is. So never stop learning. That's it for now. Just call me up and send me a message if there is anything else that I can do for you. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, this is your radio teacher, Teacher Jennifer A. Velasco. Till next time!
Thank you very much, Teacher Jen, and also to our dear learners for spending another wonderful morning with us. I'm pretty sure that today's discussion will help you to your journey. I would also like to acknowledge our technical specialist, Teacher Michael John Tumulak, our scriptwriter, Teacher Raquel A. Dumlao, our language evaluator, Teacher Jonah A. Budwan,
Alright!
and our content evaluator, Teacher Ophelia S. Velutin. This is your host, Teacher Dennis Mendoza, saying goodbye and God bless.
Language,
Grammar and literature.
a program that will develop your vocabulary.
Comprehension. Critical and analytical skills.
This is the English Learning Area. Only here on 106.3, the WDRFM Dance Radio.
Dance Radio for learning is amazing. Dance Radio, siniparalan sa radyo. Atid namin makabago, paraan ang pagtuturo.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta na magtulong-tulong. Sulong edukalidad, Dance Radio. Learning is amazing.
Would it be?
Ma'am Rosa, would you like to repeat that part? Kasi medyo nawalan po tayo ng audio kanina.
Yes,
Ay,
ma'am.
nawalan tayo ng
Okay,
audio.
sorry sa aming
alright.
mga listeners, ano?
Okay. If you want to discover something, what would it be?
Ayan. Okay.
How about you, Ma'am Raquel? If you want to discover something, anong gusto mong i-discover?
Gusto ko yung cool. Pwede ba mag-discover ng compass that will lead me to a lot of treasures? Hindi, joke lang. I want to discover something that can cure cancer instantly, talagang instantly. In just few days, makiklear up yung cancer cells.
Parang may hugot
Sana
ka,
nga meron
Mama.
na.
Okay? Ma'am Jen?
Well, I really like your answer, Ma'am Raquel. Yun din ang wish ko. Siguro yung lahat ng sakit ma-cure ka agad, okay? Especially those yung wala pang mga cure like lupus or whatever. But I'm also very much indulged with this so trending na tinatawag nating cryptocurrency or digital currency. Parang gusto kong ma-discover kung paano pa kaya siya pagyamanin. Because this is something na trend talaga siya. Share ko lang, ma'am, in the year 2013 like that, nauso ang coins.ph o wala itong mga hindi to advertisement ng coins.ph, and nauso ang Bitcoin. O sabi nila mga scam like that. Pagkatapos an investment before, if you were going to buy one Bitcoin amounting only to 50K. Pero hindi ko siya pinapansin kasi takot ako. Saka parang ayoko magbitaw ng ganong laking halaga. Especially hard-earned money man siya.
Yes.
Parang natatakot ako sa scam. But you know what? Parang na-shock ako at parang nanghinayang ako kasi in the year 2017 or 18, one Bitcoin hits talagang skyrocket high siya, no? Pumalo siya ng 1M. Parang easy money pero it's so risky kaya hindi ko rin naman ipinapaano sa iba, but that's my personal yung naging something na sabi ko, ay sayang. Parang ganon.
Bitcoin, Ma'am Jen, ito yata yung nagpa-pop up sa laptop ko dati.
Kasi ma'am, yan ang uso ngayon. Bitcoin is just one of the cryptocurrencies. Ang dami-dami na ngayon. We have ETH or what we call Ethereum. Meron pa tayong XRP or si Ripple, ganyan. Ang dami nila, ma'am. Pero totoo lang, parang risky siya. But yung mga marunong talaga, ma'am, kumikita sila, easy money talaga. Yung marunong po, yung mga digitally literate and financially literate about it. Okay, how about you, Sir Dennis?
Oh, thank you for that wonderful question.
Parang
if I want to discover something. Well, the question is very broad, that it will require a broad answer. If so, what I want to know are those things that man has not yet discovered. And whatever it is, that's what I want to know.
Yung mga hindi pa na-discover. O, sige.
Marami na kasi na-discover di ba? May iba pang mga planeta. Thank you for that.
Ako naman, ma'am, for the past years, parang ang laki ng problema natin about COVID. Siguro yung prayer ko lang, if I cannot discover, sana ma-discover na how to contain this virus at talagang mag-extinguish na siya. Kasi sinira na ng COVID ang ating memories at ang ating mga buhay-buhay. Ang dami nang nasayang.
Ako sana ma-discover ko tatay ko. Char. Joke lang.
Okay, for me, I would like to discover or to know why do indigenous people have long lives. Perhaps we can adapt their lifestyles so we can have or we can enjoy also having a long life too.
Yes.
Perhaps Ma'am Raquel could help me on that.
So based on my simple research, Ma'am Rosabel, the oldest person in the world was found in the country. She is Francisca Susano from Negros Occidental.
Francisca Susano.
She died at the age of 124
Ay, ang haba
last year in 2021. So she belonged to Indigenous group Hiligaynon. Do you know her secret? Ano yun?
Ano po?
Para magaya din
Number
natin.
1, positive attitude.
Okay, positive attitudes.
Number 2, healthy diet.
Ayun, healthy diet.
Pero hindi healthy.
And, pinaka-importante yata to, zero alcohol intake.
I have never tasted that one.
Wine.
Okay. Healthy diet, Ma'am Raquel, is one of the secrets. And of course, positive attitude. Yung talagang happy lang, positive lang, despite of negative situations we have. And of course, no vices. Yun ang secret.
Yes.
Okay? Why Francisca Susano had a long life. Imagine, 124 years old siya nung pumanaw.
Opo. Ayan.
Okay?
Ma'am, babasahin ko lang itong mga sagot ng bata. I would like, sabi ni Richelle Love Garcia, sabi niya, I would like to discover the way on how to end this pandemic.
Wow, ang
Sabi
ganda
naman
ng
ni
sagot niya.
Christina Cassandra Valdez, 10 Mendeleev, I would like to discover something that can cure the diseases such as AIDS and HIV since it has been really hard for people who had suffered and lost a lot because of it. Sabi naman ni Joseph Valdez, I want to discover how to become rich. Ayan.
Yeah.
Sino pa isa? Meron pa rito eh. Ito.
Pakiulit
Si
po
Aisel
yung mga
Guzman,
pangalan.
sabi niya, I would like to discover a portal that could lead us to another dimension. Yeah! Sabi niya.
Parang time machine
Ayan,
yun.
parang
Sir
time machine.
Dennis,
Ilan po ba yung ano?
yung i-discover ni
Ilan
Bata,
dito?
yung isa, that he would like to become rich. So there's
Yes.
no problem on that. Wala sigurong mali doon. There's nothing wrong. Kaya lang yung richness naman niya would be used into something good and could help also other people. Hindi yung sa kanya lang yung kanyang richness. I-share din niya sa ibang tao. Itutulong.
Yes, oo.
Yes, sharing is
Okay.
caring. Sabi
Yeah,
nga.
oo nga, di ba?
Sino po dito? Sir Dennis?
Ma'am?
Kalimutan
The
ko
first
yung mga
one who
pangalan.
got it, yung nag-send na lang
The
daw
first
po ng
name, Sir
correct
Dennis.
answer.
First
Ay,
name na
bibigyan ba
lang.
natin sila? Sumagot
Yes,
na
of
kasi sila eh.
course. We are
Sige.
generous.
Okay.
Okay, bigyan natin. The first four.
Oh, first four.
Nawala na siya.
Nawala na siya.
Anyway, we'll just
Hindi, sa bagay
Balikan
nabanggit
na
ko yung
lang
mga
natin.
pangalan nila, pwede mag-message na lang kayo sa mga teachers nyo, ha, yung mga nabanggit kong pangalan na nagbasa ako.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys.
Okay.
Congratulations. So those sharings from my companions here have something to do with our discussion
Mhm.
for this afternoon. The first activity is titled Assemble Me, meaning you will arrange the letters to come up with mystery word. Ano kaya yun? Number 1. Ready na ba kayo?
Okay, here are the letters. Okay, jumble these letters.
The letters are S, E, R, A, H, C, E, R. Again, I repeat. S, E, R, A, H, C, E, R.
And the definition, Ma'am Raquel, para
So,
makuha yung sagot.
It means in Tagalog, pananaliksik. In Ilocano, panagsukimat.
Ayan, panagsukimat. Sir Dennis, panagsukimat. Sabi mo nga.
Ano?
Pinagsukimat.
Panakusimat, ano? Basta yun.
Panagsukimat. So, it
Nauneg.
means also a careful or naanad and detailed na sukisok. Study into a specific problem, concern, or issue using a scientific
Sir Dennis,
method.
nasukisok. Sabi mo nga.
Wala, basta yun. Okay na yun.
Nasukisok.
Okay.
Panagsukimat.
Yan, si Pelerita Anabela Cupido. Ma'am, sumagot na po siya. Ang sagot niya ay research.
Wow.
Is it research?
Adrian Balanza, ganun din. Research din. Yan, ang sagot ay...
Okay, and the answer is research.
Yes,
Okay.
congratulations. Si Fidelita po
Correct.
ang nanalo.
May I just repeat? Research is a careful. Ito yung naanad sa Ilocano. And detailed study into a specific problem, concern, or issue using a scientific method.
Yes.
Sa Tagalog, ito yung pananaliksik, di ba, Ma'am Raquel?
Opo.
Ilocano, Sir Dennis?
Panakusi, ano?
Panagkusim.
Panagsukimat. Panagsukimat.
Panagsukimat.
Hindi ko na napipigilan ang tawa ko dito.
Ito yan. Panagmusikat. Ano?
Panagsukimat. Baka sabi mong panagkikimat.
Ay, basta yun na po yun.
Naanad, sabi mo nga.
Naanad.
Ayan, madali lang kasi yung naanad.
Okay.
Next.
Number 2.
Here's another mystery word composed of two words.
Two
siya.
words. Opo.
And the definition is, Ma'am Raquel?
There are two words, ha? So, these are the letters S, E, R, A, H, C, E, R. So, same with number 1, di ba, ma'am? And then, the second word, A, P, P, E, R. It is an expanded essay that presents one's own interpretation or panakaawat, evaluation, panagtimbang, or argument. It involves surveying a field of knowledge in order to find the best possible information in that field So that is the meaning of these two words.
We have answer from our viewers.
Yes, Jonah Jamaica, Tangunan Castro. Sa akin,
Yes, also the same, sir.
Sagot niya, then may andilig tagot. Sagot niya ay research paper.
We also have Sarah Labagnoy Feliciano, also research paper. Chris Diana
Yes.
Celoza Paclibari of Tenji Melina,
Ringeline,
research
Ringeline
paper.
Bisaya.
And mostly also answered research paper.
Halos
But
lahat
take
sila, ma'am,
note, ang nauna po ay si Jonah. Did they
Jonah,
get it
okay.
correctly?
So let's reveal the answer. Is it research paper? Correct.
Yes, congratulations.
Okay.
Congrats,
learners.
Jonah.
And I would like to read the definition. Research paper is an expanded essay that represents or presents one's own interpretation or evaluation or argument. Pag sinabi nating evaluation sa Ilocano, ano ito, Sir Dennis?
Panagtimbang.
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 Okay. Interpretation. Panakaawat. Namimilipit po si Sir Dennis dito kung makita nyo lang. Pati katawan niya sumusunod. Panakaawat. Okay. It involves surveying a field of knowledge in order to find the best possible information in that field. Okay?
Ayan.
Alright. Next.
Okay.
So, I think we are now ready to discuss the basic parts of a research paper.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
number 1 is a title page. First basic part is a title page. This referred to as the cover page. This section is where you will indicate the title of your research, your name, institutional information, and other relevant information required by your research teacher. And this is a sample of a title page. Okay, I would like to read a sample. Republic of the Philippines, ito yung letterhead niya. Then, Doña Aurora National High School, Aurora Isabela. The title of the research is Corn Cropping Calendar Establishment using the Markov-based probabilities in Isabela. And the researchers are Emmanuel Jan B. Gabriel, Adrian Fabian, and Fenalyn Cadjente. Parang senior high ng mga to. Senior high or college na sila. And their research advisor is Ma'am Donabel G. Velasco. Anong meron dyan? The title of the research, the name of the researchers, and information about their institution, etc. Okay? So that is a sample of a title page. Next. Next is introduction. This part gives a brief background of your research. This includes the basic reasons, how and why you came up with the problem, and the probable solutions that the researcher may offer. Okay? Ang introduction ito yung brief background of the research. And this is the example. Introduction. Doon din sa research na yan, made by Fabian et al. Okay? Let me read the background study of this research.
Yes.
Isabela ranked first in the list of provinces that produces the most amount of corn. Despite of the high production of corn in Isabela, farmers still experience losses of income and crop yield. It is because farmers rely on the occurrences of the wet and dry seasons as the basis for them to start planting their crops. No official cropping calendar is used as their basis. Okay? So that's the introduction of their research. Okay. Yung title kanina is about corn cropping. And the researchers here explained about the corn situations in the province. Okay? Ayan siya.
And
Then meron
most
pang
probably, Ma'am Rosa, parang dito rin sa ating introduction, they are also trying to give a rationale of why do they need to conduct this research. Parang yun ang kailangang i-proceed or ibigay para
Yes,
magkaroon tayo ng idea.
Ma'am, paalala lang natin sa mga like grade 10 po ha. Kasi ito rin nagiging problema lang pag nasa grade 11 na sila, ma'am. Di ba? Kasi meron silang research doon.
Yes.
Marami nagtatanong na bata na paulit-ulit sa amin kung paano gawin ang ganito. Kasi kaya ito tinuturo na namin sa inyo para magkaroon kayo ng idea.
Yes. Simple lang ito. Let us say parang ang milk kasi natin ma'am is just to discuss the terminologies, but still we are also trying to give them examples and a little background of each part of this research paper.
Yes.
O kaya yun po. But if you would like to learn more, syempre kailangan po nating magbasa ng mas maigi pa.
Correct. That's correct,
Ma'am
ma'am.
Rosa.
Okay, so actually this is the actual research of our students
Yes,
before.
Yes, ma'am.
Sa science
Class.
subject nila.
Yes.
Okay? Alright.
We have now the third part, Ma'am Rosa.
The third part is review of related literature. This is the relevant readings, or these are the relevant readings from the previous works, brief summaries or descriptions of other authors' works.
Yes.
Okay? All right, example. Review of related literature. So we have here related studies about corn pa rin. Same research. A typical cropping cycle for corn requires only 90 to 120 days after planting to complete the cycle. Broiler type corn could be harvested in 65 to 75 days, and baby corn could already be marketed after only 50 days. Okay. So ito yung related literature niya. According to www.philippine.isabela.island.ph, the biggest industry in Isabela is the agriculture, contributing 21% of the annual yellow corn production, being the country's top producing province. Ano yung kanyang source? www.philippine.island.ph. Remember, if you are getting literature of other author, you have to properly attribute. Ibigay yung source. Okay? So, ang review of related literature, this is the brief summary of authors' works related to your research. Okay? Next.
Yes, okay, no?
Okay.
So there you have it, my dear learners, or our dear learners, the first 3 parts of a research paper. But wait, there's more. Okay? So karagdagan lamang sa ating RRL, RRL, or what we call the review of the related literature. Dito talaga pumapasok yung tinatawag nating related studies. And when we say related studies, what are the studies already conducted related to you? Kung tungkol yan sa corn, so most probably talaga ang kailangan ng mga studies pasok doon sa kanyang title. Then of course with proper attributions, okay? And aside from the related studies, we also have the related literature. And what is this, or what are these literatures? Yan yung mga nababasa natin, pwede siyang makuha sa primary source or secondary sources or via websites na may kinalaman sa iyong study.
Yes.
And then you may copy some of that part, but of course with attribution pa rin. Huwag natin kakalimutan laging ilagay ang ating mga pinagkunan. Okay? Para hindi naman tayo ma-plagiarize.
At huwag nilang kalilimutan, ma'am ha, yung tinuturo natin ngayon, yan po kasi talaga ang dapat na nakalagay sa inyong research. Kasi baka bakit kailangan ng ganito? Bakit kailangan ng ganun? Kasi yun nga talaga ang procedure.
And those are really the parts.
Yes.
And you would not miss anything of those. Okay?
Yeah, opo.
So we now move with our 4th part, which is what we call the conceptual framework. So what is this conceptual framework? So it is a set of coherent ideas or concepts organized in a manner that makes the researcher easy to communicate to others or explains the root of the research or the route of the research. Anong ginagawa dito? Yan. If you would like to, if you're going to look at it, siya po ay naka-graphic organizer. So ito example lamang So as you would see, may independent variable tayo and the dependent variable. So for example, if my study is all about the education or your academic academic performance na lang. O sabihin natin ang academic performance of a learner depends or may differentiate from the sex of a person. Ang ating kagalingan din ay kakaiba sa ating mga edad. Siyempre, minsan mas mahusay yung medyo nakababata dahil mas matalim pa ang kanilang mga isip, very sharp pa ang mind. At sabi nila pag sa kasarian daw parang, although it is debatable po, may nagsasabi mas magaling ang babae kumpara sa lalaki, but it's not debatable na sa atin kasi baka sabihin naman natin na bias tayo sa ating gender. Tapos sa ating civil status. Ayan. So this independent variable, parang ipapakita natin what are the things that will affect your performances o yung nakaka-apekto sa ating mga performances. Okay? So, yan lang. Pag sinabi natin conceptual framework, it is presented in a graphic organizer. And by looking at it, parang alam mo na kung saan patutungo. Okay? The beginning and the ending of your study. Yun po yung ating conceptual framework. And we also have the number 5, which is we call the methodology. Root word, methods. In this section, you're going to describe the actions you took to investigate and research a problem and your rationale for the specific processes and techniques to identify, collect, and analyze information that helps you understand the problem. Alam niyo po dito sa methodology of research, pinapakita rin natin yung mga research design.
Yes.
Is it experimental ba? Descriptive ba siya? Or whatever kind kahit anong klase siyang design yung gagamitin nyo. And of course, you also include dito sa kanilang ginawa, pinakita rito yung research environment. Where do you conduct your research? Yan yung tinatawag nating research environment, okay? Yung iba rin po, napaka-importante ring ilagay natin what tool you're going to use. Is it a survey or questionnaire? Ganyan. And of course, we also include the statistical tools that we're going to use para makompute naman natin or makam up natin yung mga data na i-gather natin.
So sa madaling salita, ma'am, yung methodology, meron siya mga tinatawag na
Yes,
ABC.
it has subparts.
Meron siyang subpart.
And these subparts depends kung siya ba ay action research, applied research, or depende rin sa kanilang field. Kasi po yung research ng educator is iba rin sa research ng mga ibang courses.
Yes.
Kaya minsan, may konting deviation, pero meron din silang mga pagkakatulad. Okay po? Okay. And that is the 5th part. And I now proceed with the 6th part, which is analysis of the data. So for analysis of data, sabi nga rito, it analyzes or summarizes collected data. It also involves the interpretation of data gathered through the use of analytical and logical reasoning to determine patterns, relationship, or trends. Ayan yung mga samples natin sa analysis of data. So, usually, pagka ina-analyze ang data, ayan siya, pinipresent siya through a table or tabular form. Minsan, may mga frequency distribution, nagtatali muna, at depende rin po sa statistical tool na gagamitin, kung via percentage ba siya or whatever.
Yes.
Okay, presentation of data depends on the statistical tool to be used. Okay, so ayan mga anak, medyo madugo ng konti ang research, but still we're trying to discuss it with you in a way na medyo magkakaintindihan tayo. So let's meet halfway. Okay, Ma'am Rosa.
Ken? Alright, so those are the first 6 basic parts of a research paper. Let me check if you really listened a while back. So we have here an activity. Bago natin ituloy, I'm going to test you on the first 6 basic parts of a research paper. So analyze every statement very carefully, then key in the thumbs up icon if the statement is true, while thumbs down icon if it is false. You will be receiving 20 peso worth of load.
Yes, and courtesy yan,
so
ma'am,
thumbs up, thumbs down lang.
Yes, ma'am. At yan ay courtesy po ng ating pong sponsor po natin, Ma'am Larna Tan. Yan, ma'am. Salamat po, Ma'am
Thank you, Ma'am Larna.
Thank you, Ma'am, for your generosity.
Okay, so here is number 1. A conceptual framework is a part of a research paper, helps us understand and use ideas of others who have done similar studies. True or false, thumbs up or thumbs down. I'll repeat.
Key in your answer.
Conceptual framework is a
framework.
part of a research paper that helps us to understand the use ideas of others who have done similar studies.
Mickey
Okay, do we
Castro
have
Eugenio, 10 Einstein, thumbs up. Ryan Ignacio, thumbs up. Kate Ashley Lanto Parado, thumbs up. Angelica Nuesa, yeah, thumbs up. Aizal Guzman, Ezra Lee, Shiezel,
Okay.
Solita, and more.
Okay,
They are
we
thumbs
just
up.
would like to reread the question. Ito, analyze it carefully. Conceptual framework is a part of research paper, helps us to understand and use ideas of others who have done similar studies. Find a clue word para mag-guide tayo. Thumbs up ba yan, Ma'am Rosa, o thumbs down?
Okay, so let's
May
reveal.
sagot pa na bang iba?
Yeah, si Eliza this Yusin of 10 Eugene ba yan? Yusin? Is that?
Yusin na lang.
Yusin, 10 Rutherford ang sagot
Okay,
niya ay
tingnan natin,
thumbs
ha?
down.
Thumbs up o
Si
thumbs
Juliana
down?
Eunice Martinez, thumbs down. Jasmine Medina, thumbs down.
Tingnan nga natin kung tama sila or mali. Okay.
Thumbs up ba?
Sige, Ma'am Rosa.
Ano ba?
Okay, wait lang. So this is a conceptual framework is a part of research paper that helps us understand and use ideas of others who
Okay.
have done similar studies.
Okay, nagkaroon lang siguro tayo dito ng
Okay.
konting, ng konting error sa pag-thumbs
Ganito
up.
na lang.
Ibaba mo yan.
So, ang sagot ay
Okay,
Ganyan
sinong
lang yan,
nauna,
ma'am.
it should be
Yan.
thumbs down. Kasi your
Okay.
clue word is similar studies and
Okay.
it's not conceptual framework. Ang correct answer natin dyan should have been, dapat ay related literature.
sorry po nga pala.
Related literature. Who got the correct answer, Sir Dennis?
Ma'am, si Eliza
Yuxen.
Yuxen. Yuxen ba siya?
Hindi ko alam kung anong pangalan niya.
Oh, Yuxen, 10 Rutherford. Yan. Oo.
Okay, let's have number 2.
Okay,
It's our
number
mistake,
2.
ha? Mistake namin yun.
Okay.
Na-correct naman agad.
Yes.
Binaliktad mo lang yung...
Baka mamaya kasi magkwan sila
Okay,
eh.
next. Number 2, title page includes laboratory experiments, statistical or mathematical calculations or computations,
Yes.
Yan
and
bang
comparison
nakikita
of
natin sa title
existing
page?
literature.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Through the
Ayan.
use of laboratory experiments, statistical or mathematical calculations or computations, and comparison of existing literature is a title page.
Yan,
Thumbs
Ryan
down
Ignacio.
or thumbs up?
Ryan Ignacio, may 10,000 thumbs down siya. Nicole Mendoza, thumbs down. Angel Aguilar, thumbs down. Christina Cassandra Valdez, thumbs down. Misha Mercado, thumbs down.
Okay, let's reveal the correct answer, Tita Rosa or Ma'am Rosa. Yes,
And that
definitely,
is
it's thumbs down. Kasi
thumbs
sa title
down.
page, nakikita
If
po
that
ang
is not a title
title.
page, what should be?
The answer.
Yeah.
The answer is methodology.
Yes, methodology.
Yes.
Yan, Ryan Ignacio of 10 Mahogany.
Yes,
Congratulations.
10 Mahogany. Congratulations,
Okay
Ryan.
na yung pangalan, Ma'am Raquel.
Ryan Ignacio of 10 Mahogany, Ma'am
Okay.
Raquel.
And number 3. Review of related literature is where you will be analyzing the data that you have obtained from methodological operation. RRL is where you will be analyzing the data that you have obtained from methodological operation. Is this a review of related literature?
Is it correct? Thumbs up. If not, then thumbs,
Thumbs down.
Any answer?
Christina
Nasser?
Cassandra Valdez, thumbs down. 10 Mendeleev. Stephanie Villano, 10 Einstein, thumbs down. Rian Jeline Bisaya, 10 Mendeleev, thumbs down.
Mostly
Jenny.
answered thumbs down, Ma'am Rosa and Ma'am Raquel.
Is it thumbs down?
Yes.
If
dahil
that is not a review of related
Mhm.
literature, so what should be then?
Okay, it's
That
part
is-
of the analysis.
Okay,
Analysis
should
of
be
data.
analysis of data.
Okay, so
Okay,
Christina
congratulations
Cassandra
to
Valdez
the
of 10 Mendeleev,
winners.
congratulations.
Ang nauna ay si Cassandra, sir?
Yeah,
of 10 Mendeleev?
I think, yeah. Si
Okay.
Christina Cassandra Valdez of 10 Mendeleev, siya ang pan.
Very good.
Galing naman bata.
Congratulations.
Ayan. Based on research, the country's indigenous population was estimated at between 10% and 20% of the national population of 100 9.6 million based on the 2020 population census. If there is, may tanong palang tanong, di ba? If there is 20% population of indigenous people in the country, and there are 109.6 million total population, how many indigenous people are there in the country?
So may sasagutan sila, Sir Dennis?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yan yung kailangan sasagutin.
Okay,
At
mga
ayan.
anak, pakinggang mabuti or basahin nating mabuti ang ating mathematical question. And in this part, you're going to win another 20 peso worth of load.
Courtesy
In this
of
part, Ma'am
Garnet.
Jen, this will be a collab activity. 2 or more students can answer.
Okay.
And the answers will be, or they will be calling the number of Sir Dennis.
Oh,
Yes, Sir Dennis
Okay,
or
Sir
Ma'am
Dennis,
Rosa.
what's
pwede nila
your
akong
phone
tawagan.
number? Tatawagan nila yan.
Or messenger, Ma'am Rosa.
Or messenger. Ma'am Chen, kindly repeat the activity
Okay,
or the
dear
question.
learners, ito yung question natin, If there is 20% population of the indigenous people in the country, and there are 109.6 million total population, how many indigenous people are there in our or in the country? Okay? So again, collab po ito, kaya kailangan
Yes.
yung tumawag with a partner or pwede po kayong triad or kung gusto nyo naman, apatan.
0927-213-6257. 0927-213-6257. That's
Okay.
the number.
How are they going to arrive at the answer? Dapat alam nila yung pinaka-basic, look for the details muna. What is the mathematical problem? O yan, may sagot na. Mukhang hindi na kailangan magsagot na agad ang mga bata.
Yes, pero kailangan natin dito ay tumawag kayo para kayo po ay
Yes.
aming ma-entertain. Ayan, ha?
And since we have naman enough budget siguro, we also look for one winner na lang dito sa ating chat box.
Ayan, may tumatawag
and
na po.
another dito sa number ni Sir Dennis.
Enough budget, ma'am.
Yes, enough budget courtesy of Ma'am Rosabel and Ma'am
Ayan.
Parang mayabang tayo dito
Okay,
ngayon.
good,
Enough budget.
Good afternoon. Nandiyan ka ba sa bahay nyo ngayon? Siyempre automatic dyan sa bahay nyo, di ba? Oo.
Sinong ka-collab mo dito, anak sa? Sige,
Okay.
anak.
Sige, anak.
Would you like to explain how did you arrive at the answer or at your answer?
Yes. Sige, anak.
Bill, ang ganda-ganda ng kanyang explanation,
Paki-recognize yung mga companions niya, Sir
Yes,
Dennis.
hindi lang, magpupunas lang ako ng ilong, dumudugo ang aking ano.
Oo.
Umat kasi yun eh. Sorry ha, pasensya na. Pakiulit anak, pakiulit yung mga kasama mo, kung sino sila. Anak,
Liza
Althea Miguel and
Velasco. sabi niya.
Glyza
Glyza
Velasco.
Oh, baka pwede naman namin marinig yung boses nila.
Anong section?
Mga taga-Ede,
Okay.
marami kaming kakilala dyan.
Regards ako kay kay Adam tsaka kay Eve ha.
Alright, so
Congratulations,
Congratulations
mga
mga
anak.
anak and thank you very much.
are their answers correct?
Yes. ng kanyang explanation. Ano?
They will be
She
receiving,
converted the 20% into decimal point, and that becomes 0.20. And of course, 109.6.
Di ba tatanggap sila ng
Yes,
ano, ha?
sabi ni Ma'am Jan kanina, we
Oo.
have enough
Yes,
budget.
very good.
So,
Yay.
all of them will be receiving 20 pesos
Yay.
worth of load.
Thank you,
each.
mga... Thank you.
Yes.
Congratulations, mga anak. Okay.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Ayan.
All right. Next, Sir Dennis, an additional info about ethnic
yes.
groups.
Yes, there are 10 upland talaga, 10 upland tribal indigenous groups in Luzon have been identified. Ito yung 10 ha. Ifugao, Bontok, Kankanay, Ibaloy, Kalinga, Tinguyan, Isneg, Gaddang, Ilonggot, and Negrito.
And number 1, of course, is
Siyempre,
Ifugao.
Ifugao.
Okay.
Hello po. Okay, let's all be proud of our tribes. Okay?
Yes.
So now, let's move on. Yan lamang po yung mga nauna nating diniscuss kanina, the first 6 parts. Okay, we also have the other 3 parts. We now move to number 7. We have the results, findings, and presentation of data. So tandaan natin when we say results, this section is where you will be presenting actual results of the analysis that you have made on your chosen methodology. Later, we're going to show you sample. And we also have number 8, discussion of the implication or implications of analysis of the data. So, when we say implication, how important it is. Okay? Gaano ba ito nakatutulong sa atin? And this is where you will be discussing more of the results of the research. Its implication or importance to other fields. O, ganyan na i-present ang data, just like what I have said, presented siya through table. Okay, yan yung findings natin. Okay, so we also have the next part, Ma'am Rosa, the 9th one, which is the conclusion. And of course, when we say conclusion, it helps the readers understand why your research should matter to them after they have finished reading the paper. And usually, ito yung, it summarizes already, Ma'am.
Yes.
Okay? So that is an example of the conclusion. So I guess we're now ready to move on with the 10th part.
Yes.
Ma'am Raquel.
Yes, so we still have 2 latter parts, okay, in doing a research paper. So the next is reference page. So what is this? What is reference page? It is the list of academic materials the researcher has used as sources of information in research paper. Okay, and then the last part is an appendix. It contains supplementary material that is not an essential part of the text itself, but which may be helpful in providing a more comprehensive understanding of the research problem. Or it is information that is too bulky to be included in the body of paper. So, kung hindi na pwedeng ilagay sa body of paper, pwede na dito sa latter part. So, example nito, hindi ko na ipakita kanina, ma'am, yung sa reference page.
Okay, reference page or the bibliography.
Yes, bibliography.
Yes,
Yung mga sources ninyo and then the appendix.
Yes. And in our bibliography, usually talaga APA pa rin po tayo, ma'am. Ano? APA format.
Okay. So, dito sa appendix, Ma'am Raquel, the researcher may include the pictures during, or before, during, and after
Mga
the
MOVs
research.
na katunayang that they
Yes.
conducted this research.
Mga ebidensya. And another sample of appendix. Appendix B naman ito. The raw data.
Yes.
Okay.
Data gathered.
All right.
Yes.
So, there you have
So,
it.
next.
So talking about research, actually, I would like to share you my simple research on the safest city in Southeast Asia. It's summertime in the Philippines, and we would like to spend holidays with our family, right? The
Yes.
safest city in Southeast Asia. Alam niyo ba kung saan niyo makikita?
Oo.
Ayan, where we can spend vacation with our family is in Davao. Ayan, ako kailan tayo makakita ng
Pinaka-safe dyan,
Davao.
no? The
Have you
safest
seen Davao, Sir Dennis?
Hindi pa ma'am, hanggang pa lang ako, Cebu.
Okay, buti
Davao
ka
is
pa.
currently holding third place as the Southeast Asia's safest city in 2022.
Very proud naman tayo kasi third
Yes,
safest
third
city
safest
in the whole
Southeast
world.
Yes.
In Southeast Asia pala.
Yan ay
Southeast
galing
Asia.
sa ating traveloka.com kung gusto mo mapuntahan siya. And before going for a vacation in a certain place, malapit na, pwede kayo magbakasyon, remember these 7 essential travel safety tips. O, yan na.
Itong mga tips namin,
May
no?
7.
Okay, let me read it, Sir Dennis.
Okay,
ano?
ma'am.
And here are the 7 essential travel safety tips. Okay? 1, do your research.
Mhm.
Get to know your destination in depth before
Ano
you
kaya yung
arrive.
i-research nila, Ma'am Jen?
Alam mo,
Perhaps?
ma'am, of course, kailangan alam nila kung saan sila tutungo. Kaya
Yes.
napaka-importante minsan ng Google Map.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mga
Hindi
ways
hindi yung
natin.
kung nandun na sila tsaka sila magtatanong.
Yes, kasi mahirap pong maligaw. Tatagal ang biyahe.
Hindi sila maliligaw kasi yung bus mismo, alam niya, tignan mo,
Opo.
nakatingin. Okay?
But these are some of the unexpected moments, ma'am, na pag
Oh,
andun
yes.
ka na talaga ang hirap. Dapat may idea kayo or kung pwedeng may pre-reservation na para mas maganda ang biyahe.
Alam mo ang i-research kong una, Ma'am Jen, about that place, may search ba ng COVID sa place na yan? If there is, I shouldn't go.
Yes, ma'am, kasi
Pwede
of
din
course,
culture,
safety is
ma'am.
always
Syempre, diba?
number
Okay?
one.
Yes, Ma'am Raquel,
Priority.
ang i-research din is about
Yung culture
Culture.
nila, syempre mahirap na may mga
norms na
may mga
accepted
ano.
and not accepted. Okay?
Ako, maybe before I would go to that place, I would research about their food. Kasi
Ayun,
yung
oo,
kakainin ko
yun,
kaagad,
tama,
pupuntahan
oo.
ko, ganon. O kaya yung mga gandang lugar, saan maraming pogi. Ay,
Hindi, actually, room, pagkain, ang kwan dyan eh. Rooms, pagkain, tsaka yung place mismo na
At saka ako din naman, malapit ba yan sa hospital, sa police station? Kailangan natin ng mga contacts ng
Ay, huwag
hospital
na kayong
or
lumayo pala. Talagang
police
kamarunggayan ka,
station.
ma'am. Or
Kaya hindi ako
Lapit
pwede sa
police
island.
station.
Wala doon ang police station.
Ma'am, huwag ka nang lumayo sa lugar mo kasi malapit ka sa police station.
Oh, yan mga anak ha, narinig ko yung gagawin ninyo.
Okay, let's have number 2 aside from the first one, which is do your research.
Mm.
Don't draw attention.
Mm.
Okay? Number 3, make copies of important documents, especially kapag kailangan mong sumakay ng mga planes. Baka wala ka palang plane ticket. How would you,
Alam, Ma'am Jen, I haven't experienced yet riding
a plane,
a
ma'am?
plane. O kaya sa ship, hindi pa rin.
Ay,
How about you,
nasubukan
Ma'am
na namin yan,
Raquel?
ma'am. Pero
Plain
airplane hindi
lang.
pa.
Plane lang. Ako,
Takot ako sa
tricycle,
ship.
bus, ganun lang.
Anyway, I know how to make an airplane.
Plane, ship, wala pa. Okay, bangka, okay naman. I have already
Oh,
experienced
diba?
that. Okay? Ikaw, Sir Dennis, nakasakay ka na ng eroplano.
Ay, nako, hindi maka-get over.
Ikaw,
Let's
Sir Joshua,
move.
nakasakay ka na ng eroplano.
Lagi po
Ako,
yung
hindi
sumasakay
pa.
ng airplane. I know how to make an airplane, paper plane, okay? Even a ship. I can make a paper ship. Okay. Make important copies of important document. Keep your friends and families updated, of course. Kailangan naman, hindi yung umalis ka lang, hindi na nila alam ang nangyari sa'yo, di ba?
At kung nakarating ka na ba, nasaan ka na?
Next,
Okay.
be wary of public Wi-Fi.
Ingat kayo.
Okay, be aware. Okay? Kasi baka mamaya nang-hack yung
Mahack
mga
kayo
yan.
dyan,
Okay,
yan.
next, we also have safeguard your hotel room.
Kailangan mo palang buli yung safeguard. Yun ba yun?
Sabunin?
Ay, sabi ba yun? Ay, hindi.
No, at least kahit pa paano, kailangan nating malaman kung safe
Yes.
ba yan. Okay?
Yeah.
Yung mga susi nyo palagi, huwag iiwanan kasi andyan yung mga important nating gamit sa loob.
Mm-mm.
And of course, be aware of your
Surroundings.
And those are the 7 most essential travel safety tips.
Coming from
Okay?
traveloka.com.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are done with the 11 basic terms or parts of a research paper.
Yay!
Now we have here an activity.
Mhm.
Make a concept map of the word research. Ano ang bumubuo sa salitang research?
Ayan. Sige.
What have you understood about research? Key in your answer in the chat box. One word lang.
Yes, ano kaya? Ayan.
Perhaps you may have Letter I.
Mhm.
Letter E ang beginning. Letter A. Meron na ba sa ating chat box, Sir Dennis?
Acacia? Wala pa. Almasiga? Wala pa, ma'am. Wala pa po.
Okay,
Yan,
maybe let's
Magbigay
lead
tayo
them,
ng isa
ma'am.
siguro.
Let's lead them to the
Ng isang
answer.
ano.
Okay, the first word begins with letter I.
Benaline Miguel Dolor, ang sagot niya ay interpret.
Okay.
Is it interpret?
Natin.
Yes.
Woo! Galing
Ooh, galing.
Next, Benaline ulit. Sabi niya, study. Then, Gimalina.
Siya ulit?
Siya ulit, ma'am.
Siya ulit?
Okay lang. Ma'am.
Okay.
Study, sabi niya.
May we have another?
We have Ezra Lee Rogindin of Tenjimlina. Evaluate. Letter E.
What is the name, Ma'am Jen?
Ezra Lee Rogindin.
Israelin.
Opo.
Evaluate. Wow, galing. Woo,
Yes.
galing.
Ezra Lee Rakidin, ha? Analyze. Siya ba rin ba yun?
Siya na naman. Oh, galing naman ng batang yan. Analyze. Sige.
We also have, meron sila mga puro interpret, almost same na lang, evaluate.
Okay. Letter S, meron na kanina to, pero nadoble kasi siya.
Oh, sige po.
May we have another learner?
We have Chris Diana Siloza Paclibare. Sabi niya po, S, study.
Study. Galing.
Yan. Congratulations.
Okay. Were you able to get the names, Ma'am Raquel? At
Yes,
padadala
ma'am,
natin
sections
ng
lang ang
20
wala.
million worth of load.
Si Benaline Dolor, wala. Sections lang para mas madali.
Sabi dito,
Okay, Benaline Dolor, Tenjimilina, Paclibare. What section na si Ma'am Paclibare or si
Ezraline.
Wala silang section po.
Sabi nyo kasi kanina ay, hindi
Okay
pa
lang.
umpisa niya. Sabi nyo
Anyway,
ay.
we'll just PM them, ano?
Okay.
Let's move.
Study.
Ay, study, sabi niya, IS.
Hindi yun.
Ikaw, Sir Dennis, ha?
Okay.
Naniwala na naman ako sa'yo.
Char.
Time check.
Ayan.
Okay. Alright, so
It's
based on the
4:26.
word map, okay, nakita nyo na yung graphic organizer. Give the salient points about research. In general, what can you say about research? In one sentence or two? Two sentences?
Okay, unahan na tayo mga anak at ito po ang ating generalization part or the wrap-up part. What
Okay.
is research based from these 4 words here? Can you create a definition or that summarizes our discussion for today?
Yes. Okay.
Sige, mga anak.
So while waiting, pag-usapan muna natin yung nakaduyan.
Oo nga,
So
ma'am,
dapat may
ginagawa
bantay
niya.
may bantay siya, may nanay dyan o tatay.
Sabi ni Bielin Mendoza, saan banda yun? Ay, anak, wrong send ka.
Oo nga, no? So, ayan ang ating ano. What can you say about research? And our words here, meron tayong evaluate, interpret, study, and analyze. And we have now the first to answer, Arian Faith Mayo of 10 SPJ. According to her, sabi niya, research is the systematic investigation into and study of materials and sources in order to establish facts and reach new conclusion. Siya ang pinakanauna, ma'am, and I like her answer.
Okay.
She made use of 2 words.
Yeah, okay.
Meron din dito, si Misha Mercado, research is to interpret, evaluate, and analyze the study. Okay, ginamit niya ang 4 words. But still, ma'am, are we going to give prizes to these 2 people? Or
Yes,
yung
of course.
nauna?
We have enough budget.
Yeah,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Mayaman tayo.
Ang nauna, ma'am, Raquel, paki-take note.
Maniman
Misha
lang yan.
Mercado. What section po?
Ariana Faith Mayo of 10 SPJ. And we also have the other one kanina, si Misha
Misha.
Mercado of 10 Einstein. Congratulations for your wonderful answers.
Yes.
Okay, congratulations.
Now,
Alright.
this time, let's try to check how far you have understood our lesson. Ito, pabilisan na ito mga
Okay.
anak, ano? All you have to do is to key in the letter of the correct answer in our chat box. Don't forget to type the item number and the letter of your answer. Of course, you will be receiving again 20 peso worth of load. So, let's have number 1. This section is where you will be presenting the actual results of the analysis. Is it found in letter A, appendix, B, analysis of the data, or C, presentation of the data? Okay, key in your answer, dear learners.
Answer, Felinita Annabel Acupido, C. Cristina Cassandra Valdez, B. Ariana Faye Mayo, C.
Okay, let's reveal the correct answer. Your answer is letter C, correct ka, Miss Felrita.
Yes,
Ayan,
Felrita
your
Annabella
clue word
Cupido.
is presenting, so it's presentation of data. So let's have number 2.
Yes.
This section is where you put the set of coherent ideas or concepts organized in a manner that makes researcher easy to communicate. Okay? Parang ito yung medyo naka-graphic organizer portion. And the way you look at it, maintindihan mo na kung saan patutungo yung research. Is it conceptual framework, letter A, B, conclusion, or C, methodology? Again, key in your answer na item number plus the letter of the correct answer.
Michaela Nicolas Besa, 10 Einstein, A.
Sino?
Sai de la Cruz, 10 Rutherford, A. Jonah Jamaica, Tamunan Castro, 10 Mendeleev, A.
Okay, let's reveal the correct answer. It's letter A. Ayan, yes.
Yan.
Coherent nga, ano?
Yes.
Conceptual framework.
Michaela, Nicole Besa, 10 Einstein.
10 Einstein, Ma'am Raquel. And lastly, we have number 3. This section is where you will be analyzing the data that you have obtained. Is it letter A, analysis of data, or letter B, introduction, or C, RRL, or review of the related literature? Again, number 3 na tayo mga anak. This is now the final question. Okay, nauna po sa akin itong si Cyprian Brins Andre Mamaspas. Letter A. We have Adrian Balanza, 10 Einstein, letter A. Mostly answered letter A. What's the correct answer? Yeah, letter A nauna po sa akin, si Cyprian Mamaspas. Congratulations sa ating
Mendeleev,
mga
congratulations.
winners, and thank you for participating.
Yes.
Umabot tayo sa almost 90,000 viewers.
Wow.
But still, we have 70 or running to 70 viewers. Congratulations and thank you for staying with us mga anak. Ano? See
There
you
you
na sa
have
face-to-face
it.
next week,
Yes
tama?
po.
April 25.
Yes. So there you have it, our dear learners. Great job. So our lesson for today again is about language of research.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Raquel. Before ending this live discussion, we would like to express our gratitude to the parents, barangay officials, SK chairman, and other stakeholders for helping us attain our common goal to educate the learners. Kayo po ang katuwang namin upang maibigay ang dekalidad na edukasyon sa mga mag-aaral ng Doña Aurora National High School. So ang umpisa ng ating face-to-face classes ay sa April 25. Bring your own hand towels, mga anak, who will be joining in the face-to-face. Alcohol and extra face mask.
Hand
Plus
towel.
sabon.
Yes.
May sarili kang sabon na dala-dala. Okay, baka kasi maubusan tayo ng hand wash.
Yes.
Okay. On behalf of my fellow grade 10 English teachers, Teacher Raquel, Teacher Dennis, Teacher Jen, and our technical specialist, Teacher Jashel, I would like to leave you a quote from Wemmer von Braun. Research is what we are doing when we do not know what we are doing. Till next week for another
Hashtag lesson accomplished in grade 10 English.
See you next
Goodbye.
week.
See you for our face-to-face classes.
Yay!
Facts and information. Today's learning for you normal. With capable teachers whose heart and soul are divine. Delivered knowledge inside your home through 106.3 Dance Radio. Fully dedicated to serve the public in tribute to education, reproduce of radio-based instruction. We are pleased to deliver the utmost aim of education. Only here on 106.3 TWDR-FM. Ito ang 106.3 Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan. Ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWBR FM.